Okay, so the reason I wanted to come on today, I wanted to review this Apres Nail Gel X. So I purchased this kit. I learned about it from a YouTuber. I spend my money on I put my money into my business, and I'm not putting my money into going to do mani-pedis. Like when I had a full-time job, I was doing mani-pedis, and I love getting mani-pedis. But sometimes when you're doing videos, right, your nails look so bad. You know, it's better to have, like, the nails look so much better when they're nicely pedicured or manicured, right? So I saw this, and this YouTuber, no, she wasn't a YouTuber, she was a TikToker, and she talked about this set, and I ordered it, and it was less than $100, and I thought, okay, every time you go to the nail salon, you're gonna spend like $60-70. So if I do this once or twice or whatever, it's going to pay off, and I can have nice nails. And sometimes, you know, you have to look like tip-top, well taken care of, because when you go to events, when you go to networking things, it's important that you look pristine. There was a book by Barbara Cochran. Yes. Barbara Cochran wrote a book, and when she was doing real estate, I remember her saying that you have to look like you could buy the building that you're trying to sell. And there was some, I don't remember the details because I read this book a long time ago, but I remember her saying, like, you have to dress like you're rich so your clients can think like you know what you're talking about. People look at you, they judge you, right? They think like they have to have a sense of, I want what she has, and then they are persuaded by what you're saying. So although you may want to have like this natural look, you have to also understand the power of the visual, right? So I bought these because I was like, I really like when I see women with nice nails, and I can't keep my nails like always short, although there's a few issues with me using fake nails, and I'll talk to you a little bit about both of them. But here is the set. So I ordered it online. It came, obviously this is a very beautiful box. Look how classy it looks, right? I love the packaging. It's like sleek and shiny. Everything is sort of together. And then it comes with the instructions, because I didn't even know how to do this at all, but it gives like the instructions, and it tells you like how to use each, I guess all the different liquids that are in here, right? So there's these 1, 2, 3, 4 different things, and this here looks like a mouse, but it's actually like a UV lamp. This is how you cure the nail. And then it also came with a nail file. On the website, you have to pick like what kind of nails you want, and honestly I picked short square, okay? And it comes with 600 pieces in this box, and 14 different sizes. And honestly, this is not short to me. This to me is very long, but given the fact that the nails today are really long, I guess this is short. And so in the box it comes with these Gel X tips, and each tip sort of has a number, right? And I don't know if you can see that. It has a number, and I don't know if this is the side to put on your nail bed or it's the thing, but I assume that this is the side for the nail bed, right? Because I asked for squares, and so that would make this a square nail, right? So I think it's one of those things that you have to do maybe several times before you get it right, because I look at my nails. I mean, I'm taking them off now, so if you notice, like, one hand is, these are my normal nails. This is the Gel X nail that I cut because they're so, for me, so long. I'm not able to use the computer with it or whatever. And then this is with no polish on, and it just looks so, I did a terrible job. That I don't even know how to say terrible. But it was my first time, right? I filed it down to get it this short because they're not, in my opinion, short. They're long. Yeah, they're very long. So like if I was to put this one on my hand, they're long for me. I mean, today people have really long nails, so, but for me it was like, if it's like this long, here we go, this long, right? But you see, like, ooh, it's just this long, but I cut it down so you can see that I don't really like my nails long at all. But I thought this one, because short, that it would be a lot shorter. But overall, I did like the kit, right? I think it was really nice in terms of packaging and styling, and I like that it's all compact and everything like that. I did order electric drill. It didn't come with that because the girl that did it on TikTok, she had an electric drill, and I'm not a fingernail expert type of thing, you know. So, but I did do it. I did manage to do it. I'll show you. I'll have pictures of it when it was at its sort of best, because now it's in the in-between. I'm like trying to take it off, and it worked. It did its job. I wouldn't, like, for pictures and stuff like that on camera, I think it looked good, but I don't know if I would, like, up close, I would be a little bit self-conscious just because it obviously is fake. But I guess everybody wears fake nails, so I don't think anybody cares if your nails are fake, because what else would they be, right? But I'll put in a picture of it when it was at its best. And overall, my rating is great. You know, if you know how to, I mean, I have so many of them. I am going to try to do it again for a different occasion. Obviously, the more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. So the TikTok person that did it, her nails look fabulous, and that's why I actually bought it, right? And I do think that a good purchase. I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad I have it, and I can use it when I want. But what I like about it better than, say, press-on nails, because I do sometimes use press-on nails. Press-on nails, sometimes they just pop right in front of you, and so sometimes that you could be embarrassed by that. So this one won't come off. Pretty easy to put on. The process is pretty simple. Start with a pH bonder, and I'm not sure what that does, but that's the first step. You put this pH bonder on, and then next you're going to put, it's a little difficult taking it out of the sort of slots. I think that was one feedback that I have, like they are really like stuck solid into these slots. I guess that's good, they won't fall out. Then after you put the pH bonder, then you're going to put the primer, and then once you put this, that's when you do the first cure. Like I said, I have never done this before, so I wasn't sure. It has this blue light underneath, and you sit your hand and then you press the button. It doesn't come fully charged, but it can be charged with the. This has a whole separate compartment, which I did not notice for several days. And in that compartment, it includes the charger for the UV light. But like I said, this thing is so stiff. I didn't notice this little clasp that you'll see when you look at yours. It has like a little clasp, and that was like to indicate you can pull it, but it's really difficult to pull. So I was concerned that I was going to break it, and then only when I went on their website did I realize that it does come with a charger. So that's actually that makes it even better. And then there's extra compartments here to keep things, and you can store like your cuticle cutters, your nail files and stuff in this. So it's actually a really well thought of kit. My one feedback is that it is too stiff, but the comments, but you can charge it, and you probably should, because when I started using it, although it did sort of go on, but it was like very unpredictable. And then once I charged it, it was more predictable, like how when you press it, you know, it would go on. But before, it wasn't charged properly, so it would kind of go on and go off. So I didn't know what was going on. I probably should have figured out that it needed to be charged. But it's very compact, which is all great. I recommend you prep and size your fingernails, the fingernails that you're going to use, all beforehand, so like you have one hand ready. And that's what I did. I went through the nails. I went through the nails in this really nice box, and I picked out the nails that worked for my hands, right? And then I had them all lined up. So first you put the pH bonder, then you put the primer, and then you put the gel, right? You put the gel on your finger, and then you also put it on the nail. But before you do all of this, make sure you have your nails lined up, right? And filed, so that they're ready to go. Once you put this on here, and then you put this on the nail, this is the gel that cures. You put it on the two areas, then you hold it down with your thumb. And I had it was a little bit tricky to do that, because the UV light, there's not a lot of like height and space under this UV light, so it was a little bit tricky for me to like hold down my thumb and put my finger under the light with holding it down. So I ran into a little bit of issue with that. But I also think because my UV light wasn't like fully charged, I probably would have had an easier time it was charged, because it wouldn't have been like struggling to get it to turn on, because I did struggle with that. So you put your finger under there, and then it literally like bonds, and it bonds really quickly, and then you cure it for a certain amount of time, like 30 seconds, and then that's it, and it's ready to go. And the hardest part is the filing it, so getting it to the shape that you want. And also your cuticle, right? I don't have a cuticle cutter, and I never usually cut my cuticles. However, it probably would look more natural if you cut your cuticles, have your proper mani-pedicure set, which I didn't have at the time when I was doing it. So next time I do it, I am going to have all of that around, and I think I'll do a much better job. But I also, on a separate note, I don't like to use a lot of this stuff, because every time I put on fake nails, I swear to you, I start to taste the acetone or whatever it is in my lips, right? So I feel like it is pretty toxic for my body, and I taste it for a while, especially when I'm taking it off, when you're soaking your finger in the acetone, or when I'm putting on the nail thing. It's not as intense, but definitely it gets absorbed into my body. So I don't really like the feeling of that, and I can't imagine that it's safe to have this being absorbed into my body. So I try to, and I don't know if that's true, because I just don't know. And if anybody's out there and knows that this reaction, although I did ask ChatGPT, and it did say something about, it's the fumes, and it is toxic, obviously, acetone, or whatever chemicals these are. It's probably just my body reacting to it. So everybody's different. You know, people can be allergic to different things or sensitive to things. I'm very sensitive to this nail, to whatever stuff is in it. So I try to avoid going to the nail salon or using or doing fake nails. Even when I do just gelish, you know, the regular gelish polish, I do have I feel it's like I'm tasting it in my lips, and my lips feel, even right now, it feels, because I was taking this off, it's like there's a bitter taste, you know, because I lick around and I'll have a bitter sort of taste, and it happens immediately when I'm using these products. So I try not to do that often, and just keep my nails pretty natural and stuff like that. But that's just me. And other than that, I do appreciate this this set from Apres. It is very, very nice. And I don't know how long it lasts. Like I said, it'll probably last me long, because I won't do this every day. And it's been a little bit difficult taking off the nail, because I didn't have aluminum foil, which they recommend. So I did manage to get some of them off, and I'll probably go bare nails for a while. Or if I need to, you know, dress up, I'll put those stick-on nails, because they can look good as well, and I don't have to deal with the acetone or whatever chemical that is in fake nails. So I do recommend it. If you don't have sensitivities like I do, or if you have sensitivities like I do, you probably don't want to use it so much, but I hope that this doesn't harm me. You know, it's something that happened later on in my life. I didn't always have this, but I feel like as I get older, I'm becoming more sensitive to a lot of chemicals and things like that. So I'm just very perceptive to these things. So but hopefully it's not too much damage if you don't do it, if you do it in moderation. Let me know if you guys have ever used this kit. If you have any questions, what do you think about fake nails? What do you think about grooming and networking? I think grooming is very important. Paying attention to your grooming, budgeting for grooming. That's part of your self-care, right? Because if you look good, you feel good, but looking good is not the only part of feeling good. So you remember to take care of your heart, take care of your emotions, and live confidently. I love you guys, and I thank you for supporting this channel. And yeah,